Hello everyone. Uh this is a surprise stream today. Um the thing is I was working today and unfortunately I also have to work tomorrow. So I can't really stream from 10 a.m. in the morning tomorrow time. So I decided to come and do the streaming today. Display capture. Perfect. Yes. So yeah, I decided to do the stream today. I did some housekeeping basically with my project. I really needed to just to organize my files, not the actual project files, but the stuff that I need to submit later on at the university. So I did that when I got home. I also did the um what else I did? Sorted it out. What? Oh yeah, I put together. Sorry, been a day. I put together like a list of stuff that I need to screenshot. Uh, at some point this week, maybe tomorrow morning, I sit down and off stream. I take screenshots of my new codes. It's actually easy because I can just basically look at my full gameplay, what I have at the moment, and then as I go through the level, I can just make a note if I, you know, forgot something to do. But the main reason why I sat down today, even though I don't really have much time, because I have to be at training around 7:45. Um, I wanted to start to work on the dialogue system. I really need to do that because it's not really complicated, not by any means. It's just a lot of code and a lot of nodes. So today, even though it's going to be like a short stream, 1.5 hours maybe, that's the maximum I can do today. Um, I actually want to figure out a way to reduce the nodes or at least maintain readability, uh, which is honestly, I have to do it in the office map level blueprint because of that. Yeah, because of this stuff. Because of this stuff. Though I don't really need to technically. Technically, I could do in Prologue NPC move TB. I can actually do it here as well. Because that sets the walk speed to 0. What? Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely do that. And instead of this, just yeah, that's just fine. That's just really fine. Okay, new plan already. So I'm gonna do it in here. And then I actually rename this trigger box to something else. That's a good idea. It's actually a good plan. So NPC conversation. TV. And what I like to try out, just to make things neater, when it hits, just stops, and then let's just play the game. Just open up this office part of the things. So maps, levels, office, save. Camera position. Conversation. Okay, I have temps. Perfect. So if I play this map, I have the opening scenario here. I'm also going to show you something really neat here that you can do in Unreal. You got the NPC coming in here, and when it comes, it starts the conversation, basically. Okay. Let's see this in the entire game. So if I open up the start menu just now, and I actually use my headphones so I hear all the music as well. Press any button. New game. It's loading. We get this text here. We got another text. We can start to move. We can't go backwards. Perfect. So we move here, move down, move through the bridge. A cinematic camera zoom out happens here. A bit of a conversation, monologue, in a monologue style. We can hear the bones cracking, and we end up getting here. Our player character has some stuff to say. Fades to black. I'm so screwed, and then a loading screen again. The new one comes in. Maybe because the temporary camera and player start though, it might messes up the camera position. It does indeed. But hopefully that's just because of the temporary camera, because I have it there. I'm actually going to check it out, just to be sure. So I open up the office map here. I'm actually going to delete these two, save it, and just play the game once more, just to be sure that everything works as I intended, and nothing really breaks, or all of my codes are doing exactly what I wanted them to do. So one more time, everything looks good. I might want to add a bit of style to these monologues as well, like side or some wording that gives more context on how Celine is actually saying those things. The how did I end up here is fine. It's actually wandering. Something here to add as I think. I think when you have a game that doesn't really have any voiceover, you really need wording. You really need words to tell the expression that your character is doing. It should work. It should work just as I wanted this to work. Yes, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, good, good. So just the temporary stuff. I actually need those temporary camera and player start, because I don't want to play this entire things all over again every time I do something here. So I'm actually going to take away that bit. And if I do that, the character just should just move. No, because I'm doing it a different way. Okay. Then I just do something else. I create a temp text. And the temp text is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Okay. Well, I don't need a headphone. Now I can actually start coding the dialogue system. So the thing about the dialogue system is, let me show you. Okay, it's actually on a level, on the cave level. This thing here. So it creates a widget, it adds to the viewport, delay, add the next text, blah, 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 blah. And I want that to be different than this. It's okay to add to the viewport because it removes it from the parent, as far as I know. So what I could do, I just introduce here a delay, a stops, and then 1 second later, actually put this one here, maybe 2, yeah, like that. So I'm gonna add, we actually need the name as well. So like this, yes. We need the whole thing here. We need this whole thing, and also we need to check to remove the name box from the viewport at some point. Yeah, this is just gonna be logically really, really long. It's going to be a really, really long code, I'm afraid. So let's just create this variable here. I am going to do that, name color. One word, name color, and promote it to variable again. And this is name NPC, because I actually not sure about the name of the NPC yet. I'm gonna think about it later. But the color, I actually have some ideas about the colors. So if I just for Spider-Man subtitle, yep. Mm, so, subtitle. Common speaker name colors in video games. Title. There are some stuff like, the blue one, and there is another I can use. Red, yellow. Let me see this one. Interaction Design Foundation. I actually need the opposite of this. So subtitle background is black, the color is white, and the speaker color. Mm. Mm. Let's find a color for that. Dog. Okay. Hmm. Cool. It looks like mine. I have a mod for Spider-Man PC, just like this. All right then, let's watch a Marvel's Spider-Man 2 gameplay. Walkthrough. Hopefully, yeah, there are. Perfect. Spider-Man. Give me a cool color, please. Something good. Peter, Peter, Peter. It's interesting that everyone has the same color. I don't want the same color. I want something else. Okay, just for the argument, I can try the same color. I'm definitely not gonna leave it purple like that. Well, I just might, just to try it out. So we have the name box, we add the name box, we have the first text here, we add it to the viewport, but before we actually add the viewport, we promote it to a variable. We call it conversation text box 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. And then we add it to the viewport. To viewport. Yeah. And now I'm gonna check with this thing, but instead of yeah, conversation 1, conversation 1, and remove it from the parent. Okay, let's give it a try. So what we should see is that yeah, save it. When we start the game, we have this quick 1, 2, 3, 5. NPC comes in and text appears if I have any text on screen. Because I don't have just now. So it's called, yep, and it's called NPC. And I actually going to add the first narrative stuff to it. Draft narrative. Entering the office. So I can do that, just that part. So this entire thing in here. When I add to the not on tick, go. Yeah, yeah, I can. So I can do this whole thing in here. Or just here. Not even sure. Let's try that. Let's see how it looks. I probably need to wrap the text as well, so I might just create a new widget. I need to see how it looks on screen. Yeah, yeah. I need to wrap the text, so I actually need a new prologue, subtitle, speaker name, subtitle text content. Do I just want to wrap it? Nah, because this is fine. It's not size to content. I can just on wrapped, and we're gonna wrap that. If I go back here, title. Now I need to delete that one. Delete this whole thing. Though I can still code the same. One, two. Because these conversations are going to be long ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what I can actually do just here, I have to be sure that's the same position though. Just make it longer so it can go. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. That is a bit of a problem here. Because I have quite a lot. Text here. So if I just copy this and paste. Okay. Size, position. Is 0 position as well. Okay. So if I do this, so 2 there. And I need a new name as well. New position for the name. 1, 2. I put this on 1, 2 as well. Something like that. And then I will know that this one has to go there. I need a new speaker one as well. So we call a speaker name wrapped. This one is unwrapped. Not too original, but I guess it just should. Without much of a hassle. And if I just can do this. Okay. So the size is 8, 5. Position is -6. Okay. So let's do the same positions. 6. So this should be exactly the same thing, but this. So title name wrapped. What's the name of this? What's the name again? Name text box. All right. So is the name text box. Pardon me. And we need a name text box. 12. So now it should be wider, so I potentially have more space to write. And that's fine. The reason why the name box, because it's unwrapped. Okay. Wrapped. Thank you. Is the wrapped one? Wrapped. Text box. Name wrapped. I want to delete this. I need that. Do all of these for me. $185, and that's the content wrapped, name wrapped, -1. Okay, so this is this, that, compile, 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 play. All right. Yeah. That looks awesome. Because of the camera, I might just move it a bit down later on. But here's the tricky part. That's just design. What I set out today is functionality. And that's the thing. Look at this. That's one line. And when I do another name box, next one, basically, I need to write it all over again and check this as well again. So instead of just copy pasting all the time that one, I'm considering to create a function and have the function some variables, accessible variables, so I can change it really, really quickly. So, I can't remember how I did that, but this should be just because I need the input object and the name box. That's actually not the name text box, that's the name NPC text box. So I need to know its name NPC. And this is, I can go back and forth, I think, with this. So I actually don't need to create that many widgets. I just need to create two set of widgets. One for name NPC text box. So one of this. And another one of that. Now then I need to access this in here. But I think I can do that. If I just take this out, let's see. Set full text. Yes, exactly. And then on the function, I can just set the full text. So let's create a function of this. So connect the function and call it remove name box, name NPC box. Name box, remove name box. And I actually need this to here. And that one too. Am I right? So this is the conversation text box is visible, and this one is valid. Is valid. Yep, fine. We check if those, and then remove it. That target. Then we remove that target. That might just be it. I never really used functions like this before, but I think that's how I need to do it. And I just call it remove from parent, actually. So if I come back here, I take this to, I ask if it's valid, and then I remove that from the parent. Cool. And in that case, I can get another one of that. Let's put it next to it. Let's run over like that. And we call this NPC conversation text box and NPC name text box. Might consider a begin play here. So the stick part is fine. That will work. I want this on begin play. And I actually want that to be and this one, but the delay node, because in a function you can't use a delay. I can call an event. And I want this to as well. And this entire thing is that's PC name, PC name, sorry, PC name color, and PC text. Which I technically don't need, that one, because that's going to be different every time. So technically I don't need this. Let's collapse this to a function. Function name is mpc add mpc text box. Then I need to add it to the viewport. So no, create mpc text box. And that's fine. And we put this here, call it full text. Do we now? Don't need this anymore. Okay. So yeah, I can have this. I can add it to the viewport, but then I need these ones as well. Actually. Full text. So I can easier subtitle name sub name name color and subtitle text. Let's call it like that. Then I can add this to the viewport. So let's do two things here. have this added to the viewport. So one of this, or actually both. I just text. I actually need an event here. Create a custom event. Custom event. Text delay. One second. Delay. And let me see how I done that before. It's somewhere in the warrior. It should be, nope, not in the warrior then. Then the default. Default character. Not the connect, but the enemy receive. Here. Set timer by event. Create an event. Okay. Give these nodes to me. And the time is all right. Here. So I can add this to the viewport. The viewport. Then before this, I set timer by an event, and the event is the delay. Probably a bad idea, the way I'm doing it. And then add to the viewport again. So two. The only thing I don't really like here is that every time I call this, it's gonna set a variable here. Because I'm not going to call this in begin play. I'm actually going to call this instead of that. This entire thing. And just NPC name, NPC text 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know. NPC name, NPC text, and this. Not entirely sure, to be honest. Especially the delay node. So how long to wait before executing this delegate? Uh-huh. Okay. So instead of that, um, no, UI, subtitle, wrap text. Yeah. Um, 1 second. Here. Did I connect all the stuff? I think so. Yes. Easy. Okay. No, I don't need that one. So yeah, this is it. It's just much easier, a whole lot easier, because then I can have an NPC name variable that I reuse it. I can have an NPC name color variable that I reuse it, and either I do an NPC text like this, or just take the text of the stuff and copy it here. I might just do this, and instead of having multiple nodes, I can get by with one, having all the stuff here. I don't even need that one here now. So I can do name NPC, name NPC, conversation text box NPC, name text box NPC, and add NPC text box. And I can create a duplicate of this, add text box player add text box npc remove name box. Remove name box npc. Okay, let's just check that one though. If I move it up here. So I'm checking if that is valid. And if it's valid, I just remove that. Do I need another one? So remove. Let's see how it works. No, because I add all of them. So I only need one. And in here, yeah. I just need the one, actually. Because then I can add another one of these to here. Let's just test it out. And say, I'm gonna do this text next. Clean. And the color is crap. And the color is no. Do we have like an auto? Okay. And the second is blue. Ah, I do need different. Because it creates the same thing. Okay. So let's try like that. So that's the, yep. And name text box NPC conversation text box NPC. Yes, that's the NPC and that's the player. So instead of that, create a new variable, local variable. Create variable. That's the speaker name. So that one. Okay. Not local. And now I think I can check and add, because even though I'm doing this, it's still not enough. So instead of that one, let's delete this and take it here. This is gonna give the same time. So on a tick though, I can check which one is visible, because that's gonna add both of them. Yeah, to the viewport. Both of them are Celine, so this should be, yeah, this should be different as well. It's fine. I can just duplicate and actually no, just delete that one. Layer, layer, layer. See, player. So I'm just going to move this to a variable and name color. Yep. And this is, yep. I create a new variable name NPC. Call this NPC. And this is fine so far. What I could do in here, I can check. So almost like that one here, that part. So I'm gonna check if this is valid. If this is valid, then remove. If it's valid, then remove it. Remove the layer. Uh, is it possible for Marlin to do the entire journey in Finding Nemo and still be alive even the deep sea part? Have no idea. If this one is not valid, not valid. Check if the player is that the same thing? So if the NPC box is valid, so if it's on screen, then remove the player. If NPC on screen, remove the player. If player on screen, then remove him. Yeah, okay. This is a really fucked up code. I'm not gonna lie. Aquamarine Dragon. I have no idea about this question. Please enlighten me. Do the same thing. Like this. Instead. So how's the code now? We have NPC and player. I just don't want them at the same time. Okay, let's try again. Though I only have 10 minutes of the stream and then I have to go. And if I do a sequence here, Execute series of pin in order. That first. Okay. One is fine. Wait, when it's working, and then it should work, I think. The one there, it goes. Then we remove it. So we check if it's visible, and if it's not, so that's valid. If it's not visible anymore, then we remove it. Okay. So we check if this is actually visible. And only if it's not visible. And we run the same code, but in this order. There. And we actually check this. Yep. So this is NPC, this is player. Text, player color. Player set that. Yep. Take this one. That. Okay. Two. Need branch. Get this. Then if this was, do that. But it only happens once. What? Boolean? Boolean. Is that right? So NPC is visible and is player visible? Not was. That doesn't make sense. No. Okay. Slight advancement. Because if I just have this and that, now I'm gonna delete NPC player, Xbox player. So we have the bounty hunter, the Xbox NPC, name NPC. So let's do the name, the color of the name, the name text, and the conversation text box. Okay, so if I just do this, that's fine. And I might actually need to put this entire thing on tick So when this happened, is oh, and I can set this to true. Then I can get an overlap branch like this. Take it to here just now. If it's true, wait 1 second and do this for me. And only yeah, I might need to do this on tick actually. Because then on tick I can check whether this thing is on screen or not. Never actually takes it off because it's on tick. Yeah, that doesn't run. I need to put the sequence here. I assume. Or I need to loop it. Maybe. Hmm. This is actually the thing I don't really want to do. Like this. That's what I'm trying to. Might need an enumerator. An enum. So I have a list of text. Now I can just dynamically replace the full text variable here. That's probably a better idea. Yeah. Have a name, variable, and just change. And just leave it on screen. And just type it. And change the thing. Yeah, the enumerator might work better. Or the thing I can do, the other one, is this. Just grab that. And only if it's false, add another one. I'm just gonna change the name Text name player. Text should be named text, doesn't matter. UI. Okay. It's not visible, sorry. It's not visible. Check this. Tick. Set true false. If it's but because of that, I might need to add the to the tick. Yeah, because I have no access to it at all. So and it should be two different as well, I think. So that goes here. Because it was false in the beginning. Okay. Yep. True. And I have to set this once for this whole thing. Get that. And only does this if session started. And this is actually the last thing I check. because after that I really have to get ready. It works. Just adds it one more, but yeah, it works. So one goes there, an initial one, and then on tick I'm just gonna check. Actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna make a sequence just quickly here. Beauty of developing. It's so hard to stop. So I do that and this on here. And then I need two different, I definitely need two different variables for that. One for the NPC and another one for the actual thing. One for the NPC, one for the player. That's what I try to tell. Oops. Okay. Right. This goes here, this goes there. And then this branch. If it's true, then I check if the conversation text box NPC not visible anymore. And if the other one is not visible anymore, then I get it back. So yeah, it should work like that. But then it has to be a different one, not the same. Because that's the only way to get one more. And I need to check it on tick. All right. At least we're getting somewhere. So if I just quickly create a duplicate of that for the player, and yeah, yep, that's the way to do. All right, guys. Thanks for having me, even for this shorter time as well. I'm not sure. I should be back streaming tomorrow as well, but only in the afternoon. I'm busy till 3:30 at least. I get home at 3:30. Yeah, get home at 3:30. Good progression. It's not entirely bad. at all. I just need to tidy it up just a bit. Maybe call it first. Let's actually find NPC box here. I add it to there, so the conversation starts, or just having this entire thing after the tick and do it like this. Maybe. And then I can dynamically change those variables. Yeah, because they are both here. Okay. Because both are the same. But if only one is an actual player one, then it should just add the player one there. Because we start with the NPC. So if this is, if the NPC is not visible, then not the player. And then if the player is not visible, then add the NPC and remove the okay. Yep, that should work. Should work just fine. Perfect. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks for having me and following this development of mine of Demon Sword. I'll be back